Dollar General or Walmart
and bomb it.
and just bomb my room. Mm-hmm. Or I could spray under my bed, and then let the window up and turn the fan on, and that'll be just as good. But that stuff that I bought in Walmart, I think somebody pulled all my stuff out because that stuff ain't no scent to it. And that stuff used to be real strong, like real strong. It'll run you out of there. Like you got to put on a mask to spray that. And I did it the last time, and it didn't have no smell at all.
Hmm.
So I just was like, I don't know,
Hmm.
but I got a whole bottle of it now. I could go take it back to Lowe's or Walmart. I think it came from Lowe's or Walmart. More than likely it came from Lowe's. I can go take it back to Lowe's and get another one. Or either I could go and just like you said, bomb it. But if I bomb it, I gotta be out of the house for a certain amount of time, and I don't really feel like that because I got to get up tomorrow and go to work. I didn't make but $75 today on Uber and $10 on Lyft.
Hmm.
And I called
Well,
him. I called him on the phone, and I was talking to the lady, and she said we gonna open a ticket into your account. I said I hope you don't see that my cancellation rate is going up and my money is going down. That means something is going wrong. And she was like, well, explain. And I said, I'm only doing, rides that I don't feel comfortable with and going to drug areas, picking up two bulky men. You're not finna get in here. I don't know what you got going on, but you're not finna get in here. And it ain't been, the rides haven't been like that. And so all day today, consistently back to back, it was two men, two big men all day. And so I just stopped taking them because I don't understand why does this keep happening. You ain't getting no ladies, nothing like that. So then it went to I picked up this one lady, this black lady, and she said you need to go to she said that's she said I've been looking at it too because I think that she said I'm a rider and I think that they charge black people more. And I said, well, I do look at the rides where white people be going and how much they pay. And then I look at a black person that did almost the same route and they paid more. And I said, but they gonna say it's because in the white people area they don't need no cars. So they don't have a demand. So theirs is cheaper. And they gonna say in the black people area they ain't got no license and they ain't got no cars, so they ride's gonna be more. It should not be that way. It should be the other way around. If we don't need that many riders in your area, then I got to pay somebody to come all the way out there to get y'all, so that's gonna be more. But regardless of the fact, I ain't get upset. I'd be glad that I have little little dollars tucked away, and so it's time for me to pay my rent this week. So I wasn't gonna worry about it. But I just put it out there in the atmosphere. God see the retaliation and the stuff that be going on. I made $300 and some dollars this week, and my app normally is 700, $800 in a week, and I made $300 this week. $384.73 to be exact. And the only time my bank account look like that is when I don't want to go to work or I don't have to go. Because when I don't have to go, I don't go. So,
so what?
so that's it. I just wanted to just call and just see what you was doing.
Okay. But I was being I didn't even know.
Hmm.
I was eating popcorn, but I'm just laying in my bed. So comfortable. Well, because I made it up.
Mhm.
Yep. So it's still daylight. It's just 7:30.
Yeah, it's 7:30 where you at?
It is 8:19.
I was gonna say I needed to check my time anyway, cause on my cameras it got a different time, and I was gonna try to figure out what time it was, cause I said my cameras got one date and time, and my phone got another one. But all right, I just had called. I wanted to see what you were doing, see what was going, see what was going on.
Nothing but relaxation and peace.
Ain't nothing like it, girl.
I'm gonna turn Little House on the Prairie on and play it on my phone because my internet. They're coming to hook it up Wednesday.
Really?
Mm,
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Why they? What's wrong? What? Why they gotta come out?
Because I just called them today.
They don't. You got a new person. You can't just take your box over there and plug it out.
I have my box, but I have the same company with the same account, and I transferred my service.
I've never heard of them having to come out for that.
It's no receptacles in here.
Oh gosh. Well, who in the world stayed there before you?
It's probably an older person with no internet. Mm-hmm. They didn't have to have that. It's a lot of phone cords in here, so they had phone. They just didn't have internet.
Well, oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh Jesus, I'm tired. All right. Well, good night, Walona.
Good night, Crystal.
You have a good rest of your night.
You too.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
ideas of white supremacy. Like when I see pictures of January 6th, they're all wearing bandanas with freaking American flags. Or first of all, have American flags. Or it's all American flags.
There is something to the idea that a lot of the symbols of the country have been co-opted by the MAGA movement, by the right more broadly. I mean, you see American flags flying, you're not going to immediately think that this is, like, hearing the word, the flag and all that stuff, like, those have been symbols that have been co-opted by the right. That was a big thing when Kamala Harris and Tim Walz were running, and they had the camo hats. It was like, are they trying to take back some of this imagery that has been dominated by the right?
But are you saying that people on the left will not put a flag up at their house on the 4th of July?
No, of course not. But I'm saying writ large, there is more of a tendency for those images and those symbols to be co-opted by the right than the left.
I get it, and you're probably right, but that doesn't mean the right are all white supremacists.
No, of course not. I don't think she's making that point.
I think she is making that point.
I think she's just making the point that, like, she if you're in a certain neighborhood or wherever it may be, where you see a lot of that symbolism more prevalent, then she's probably in a place where they're not going to be supportive of her.
Well, they may not be supportive of her, but that doesn't mean they're Republicans. That doesn't make them white supremacists. What? I mean, it doesn't make them white.
It doesn't. But like, if I'm driving on the highway and I see a pickup truck with an American flag flying, I'm trying to get far away from that truck. They're trying to run me off the road.
Can I tell you something? Donald Trump is now saying that the Democrat socialists are communists. So it's the same concept that Donald Trump is trying to paint people on this really far extreme, just the way Sonny Hoiston is trying to paint people who fly flags on that extreme.
Yeah, but those flags that they're flying have now taken on a different name, a different matter, a different meaning. It's not just an American flag anymore. It stands for much more now.
Well, yes, a lot of the chat is just going back and forth, kind of with the opinion of saying that if the left is so far saying that the flag has been hijacked, who are they to not go back and try to take it back and make it just a symbol of the U.S. again? Like, a lot of the conversation is saying, if you're so upset about the right being taken over and this small minority of people making it feel one thing, why not try to change that notion?
Because of what Backcountry said, which is 30% of the people on the left.
I think that's the issue. Is that what saying is that, then why aren't they?
Like, literally what Tyler said is the whole issue. The American flag no longer represents unity because of Donald Trump and because of his followers, period.
But that doesn't mean people who fly. There are people who support Donald Trump who are not white supremacists. You've got to give it that.
Yeah, we got to go. So I'll falter.
And with Chicago, Illinois, I think the reality is the American flag and conversations about it make many of us uncomfortable because of the fact that this is a flag that was created in 1777, right? And black people were not given citizenship in this country till about 1868. So for almost a century, we were not included in the folklore of the American dream. And so when it comes to whether it symbolizes white supremacy, it symbolizes America. And conversations about white supremacy, how we progress beyond that, is a part of the American story at large. And so, do I think this is a sign or a symbol of white supremacy? No, it's a symbol of America. And unfortunately, an ugly truth for America in our history is that white supremacy is a part of it, and a part of it that we don't like to reckon with.
I think that's totally fair.
Me too.
I think what you said is totally fair.
Donald Trump came into office on this idea that he was going to end the weaponization of women because, we have to usher in this era of law and order. And of course, all we've seen since he's been in office is him doing exactly what he promised he would avoid, which is weaponizing the government against his political opponents.
I'm going after you.
Going after me. I mean, I'm on the WhiteHouse.gov media offenders list.
Be right back.
Another day. Same pain, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions,